So let's put on like your psychology hat, which I know you have a bunch of hats while you're doing this. Yeah, but what is there like a mindset shift that you can help somebody with, or that might be maybe a little discouraged that they're at the mid-year point and they're not hitting their goals? Is there a way to kind of push them in the direction that's obviously that makes sense for them?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a handful of things that a person can do. One is that your investments are part of this too. So, the last couple of years have been very strong in investment years. And so we tend to kind of leave them be, and then when the project comes in, I'll spend it. Well, maybe let's put that money aside and put that into the savings account. So there might be some dollars that have grown that weren't there before because of market growth. And it's okay to kind of take off some of those gains and put them over here on the side. So that might be a way of finding the money, some of the money. And again, how does that affect your long-term plan if you make that shift? That's one thing. I think the other thing is just kind of getting a reality check on what your flow is. That's why this mid-year check is so important. If you thought you were going to be somewhere and you're not quite there, that's a way to identify a problem. And the problem might be that you didn't really evaluate your spending quite right and you spend a little bit more than you thought. Your problem might be that you could have afforded doing it, but you let your dollars leak in places that were okay. But now, if you prioritize it, you say, well, if I was more disciplined and hadn't done that in these last few months, I would have this money and then I could go on with this project that I wanted. So some people have the luxury of just having a little excess cash flow and it comes a little easier. And some people have to be a little bit more disciplined. But this is a way for you to see where that issue might be. And then unfortunately, you might just say, I wanted to get my kitchen done just like the guy across the street and my neighbor next door. And I can't quite make that work because the dollars just aren't lining up. So I think that's really why you do this is you just kind of see, if you have enough and how well it's going to work out. And when it's close, that's when people unfortunately kind of put their head in the sand and they don't want to believe that or think about it. And it might just take a little extra discipline for that person to find where the dollars are. Or like I said, it might just be, then we have to prioritize or really evaluate the right goals that you can manage. If you like what you heard and you need help writing your goals down and being accountable for them, go to gootfinancial.com, contact us, and set up a time to start a conversation, and we'll get you on your way.